final two races of the 2020 SACCS took place over a single weekend in the Free State town of Parys. Last week, we brought you the action from the first of those, and now it's the turn of the Toyota Gazoo Racing SA Vaal 400, the final round of the 2020 season. Welcome back to the Free State, where all this hard-charging action is brought to you by Toyota Gazoo Racing SA, Ford, Total Quartz, and Pirelli. Welcome back to Parys, and more precisely, the Parys Airfield, which served as the DSP and race HQ for both the Ford Parys 400, the penultimate round of this topsy-turvy, COVID-delayed 2020 season of South Africa's cross-country Premier Racing Series, and the final round of the year. Known as the Toyota Gazoo Racing SA Vaal 400, the season closer turned out to be a nail-biting affair. As has been the case throughout most of 2020, the race took place with strict COVID protocols in place. But by now, all the crews had adapted to the new normal, and wearing masks had become second nature. With round 4 finishing just a day earlier, there was some maths to be done in order to figure out the championship standings. Some titles had already been wrapped up though, so no fancy calculators were called upon. The overall production title, as well as the Class FIA Championship, had been clinched by Henk Ladergan and Brett Cummings the day before. The Toyota Gazoo Racing crew won each round of the 2020 season except for round number 4, where they finished a close second place. That was enough to secure their second consecutive title. The fight in the special vehicle categories had also drawn to a close, with Tim Howes and Gary Campbell clinching their first title. It was a tough battle in the open wheelers, but in the end, the Zarco Magnum crew brought home the silverware in fine style. Race 400. Contested Class T title, where a two-horse race between the Horn brothers and Terence Marsh had developed in the latter part of the season. Then came the Ford Parys 400, which was won by Vos Prinsloo, and suddenly the picture changed once again. This final round would be the decider for the championship for Class T. The same could be held true for Class G, where Nico Durant held a slender lead going into the final race, a lead that he'd be keen to protect until that final flag. So those are the numbers, and here are the faces as we caught up with some of the main players prior to the start of the TGRSA Vaal 400. With the battle in Class T we caught up with Johan Horn, who is locked in the battle for the title with Vos Prinsloo. The age-old Toyota versus Ford battle was raging fierce as ever once again.
Today we'll push hard and see if we can, they fixed the car, the team did a good job. So we'll push hard today, see what happens.
As for Prinsloo, the burly Ranger driver seemed an especially dangerous threat to the Horns' championship aspirations, since he claimed to not give much of a damn.
Well, just to have fun, that's why we are here. We want to have fun and we don't care about the championship, it's all about fun.
There was also a battle in Class G where Nico Durant held a slender lead over Werner Mostert, but Durant had no doubt about his plans for the upcoming race.
3-point lead, 3-point down, so pressure's on him. I'm going to whack it today though.
On the other hand, there were a couple of titles already sewn up, and the crews in those categories had no stress to deal with. One of them was the newly crowned double champion, Henk Ladergan.
Yesterday was quite stressful. Knew we were going into it with a bit of a lead, and we were the ones that could throw it away. So it was nice to get the points, to get the championship done. So today we can go out and hopefully just go and have some fun and play around.
TGRSA teammate Janil de Villiers was pleased to have his Spanish co-driver Alex Harrow back in the car with him, and the pair were looking forward to having some fun in Parys.
For sure. I mean, it was the first couple of kilometers yesterday. You know, we just had to find each other again, but after that it was 100% perfect again.
The one man who had upset the Works Toyota apple cart during the 2020 season was Chris Visser in the Total Exilium Toyota Hilux. The burly farmer and businessman broke Ladergan's season whitewash by winning round number 4 and was looking forward to another strong showing during the final round.
Before this race we came in, I think about 5th in the championship coming in here, so trying to get to 3rd, so that's my aim.
As for the boys in blue, their all-new Class FIA Ford Ranger has been in development during 2020 as they prepare for the 2021 season. As such, they've been racing with what is essentially a Class T car in the top class and doing a fine job of it too.
Just got to go have a clean race. All the rocks are visible, so yeah, let's hope we just have a clean race and we can push hard.
We're racing and we're here and we're doing what we love, so very excited. Yesterday we had a good result, so today hopefully we can do it again and have another good result for the team.
Over in the special vehicle category, Tim Howes and Gary Campbell had been crowned champions despite some nervous moments the day before. But with the title sealed, they were looking forward to simply having fun and a romp out in Parys.
Oh, it's fantastic. It was quite stressful yesterday because there were a lot of things that went wrong. But and it plays mind games, but we just stuck it out and we kept going.
We also caught up with Toyota Gazoo Racing SA's Glenn Hall. The team principal was pleased to have a Toyota race as a season closer and had no qualms about racing back-to-back nationals.
It's good to be here at the end of the year. We certainly didn't know it was going to be like this, and it's actually turned out very well, I think. And especially having the Toyota Parys 400 at the end is great news.
With the scene set, it was time to take on the short, sharp qualifying route for the TGRSA Vaal 400. At just 14 kilometers in length, the Pirelli qualifying race was going to be over almost before it started. But in terms of the race, it could play a pivotal role, as the sole purpose of the qualifier is to determine the starting position for the main race. And with most of the route identical to the day before, starting at the head of the field would ensure an open road over familiar terrain, a carrot dangling in front of the fast crews.